Generational wealth do not survive intermarriages. Let me repeat again. Generational wealth do not survive interracial marriages. For anyone who enjoys history, who have read enough, would realize that the most financially stable families that have stood the test of time all have one thing in common. They rarely marry outside of their class, and they never, most times, marry outside of their ethnic group, because for hundreds of years they have understood that generational wealth do not survive interracial marriages. There's a reason in many European kingdoms that it was stipulated who the prince and the princesses can marry. Never a peasant, and it's hardly ever someone out of their ethnic group who do not understand their culture. Recently, I've been hearing a lot of persons of African descent speaking about generational wealth and leaving this for their children and leaving that for their grandchildren and what they're going to leave for even their great-grand. And you just had to smile. Many of those persons are rappers, entertainers, some basketballers, sportsmen, many from the African community. And I just listen to them with a smile because clearly they have not studied history. Generational wealth do not survive intermarriages. So for the time you are in the arms of someone outside of your ethnic group, you are doomed to destruction. A perfect example is Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant has died. Most of his wealth is now gone to someone outside of his ethnic group, which is his wife. Now many would say that his children would inherit it. 90% of the times, the children don't marry into the black community. They do the same thing that their father would have done or their parents would have done. Their parents see no value in choosing a black husband or wife. They are not going to see a value in that either. 99% of the times, the money from those sportsmen and women, even businessmen and women from the African community who marry outside of your community, after 3 or 4 generations, the persons who hold the estate are totally white most times, refuse to answer questions because they don't want anyone to know that their great-grandfather was of African descent. Some would even refuse to take a DNA test to see if they are from the actual lineage of some of those families because they don't want to suffer the shame and embarrassment of being descended from the African community, a slave, someone that was conquered, someone that is considered less than. So they do everything within their power to avoid that stigma. Yet still, on a regular basis, I'm hearing African people talking about generational wealth without understanding. Take a look of all the wealthy families across Europe who has held on to their money for at least 300 to 400 years and see what they all have in common. Not one single family has engaged in an intermarriage and remained within that family. Most who have done that was cast out from the family and ostracized. The family basically turned their backs on them. A perfect example also is Princess Diana. Many persons would think that King Charles would have seen Princess Diana and fell in love, which might have been the case at the time, but he didn't just fall in love with a young lady that is put on the side of the road or by a school or by a bar. Princess Diana comes from a family that can trace their heritage and wealth for 900 years in the United Kingdom, unbroken. You can go online and trace her heritage for 900 years. So with everything looking as simple as it does, most times it doesn't happen. We see the issue now with Prince Harry when he married Meghan Markle. We have seen how the families, how they took it. We have seen how they have treated with it. Prince Harry is basically now an outsider, an outcast. His children will never inherit royal duties the way that Prince William's children will. Prince Harry understands that clearly, hence the reason he went on a road where he can make his own money beside what his mother would have left for him. There is nothing that happened by chance within those wealthy families. But one thing remains stable. They understand marrying outside of their ethnic group and out of their class system gets you ostracized. So black people, stop the nonsense. Stop speaking about generational wealth. You don't have the capacity to maintain wealth for generations if your child does not know that intermarriages do not survive generational wealth.